Hello and welcome back to Good Night Kisses. I'm your host Kristen, and today is coffee day. I hope you're doing well today. Today is supposed to be crochet day. I was working on a crochet sample. I was working on a crochet sample, and I was having some trouble with it. So I was trying out a new stitch, and I was going to show you guys, and some reason I can't concentrate on it. So I'm going to just get back to that after. Anyway, good morning. Welcome. I'm seeing some people hop on. If you're on the replay, thank you for joining me. And please, if you have a question for later, write replay and then ask your question, and I will try and answer that. If you are live, thank you for joining me live. I know people enjoy being there, but some people have to watch it on replay because they have to work. I'm sorry. Or doctor's appointments or whatever. Just carry your earbuds. It's fine. Hey everyone. I have a lot of repeat offenders, repeat watchers every day. And so today is good because I have a randomosity kind of day. I want to share with you a couple of different things that may or not necessarily fit on crochet day, which I think is probably fine because you guys know I'm a knitter. And I want to show you some yarn and talk about a few different things. And so I think this will be fine. So if y'all are good, I'm good. Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness. I have something to tell y'all. Not yarn related, just personal. Hey, Heather and Marie and Chris. Good morning, Susan and Carrie. Marie, how I'm feeling. Oh, how am I feeling? I'm tired of headaches, honestly, and I hope Carol, I don't know if Carol's on here yet. I don't think I saw her come on. She's had a headache for like several days, and I have too. It's like I'm having sympathy headaches from her. She's in Canada. I'm in Texas, but anyway, yesterday I was still going strong, and my migraine medicine is out. My prescription is out. I'm waiting for my doctor to approve, and apparently insurance only gives me like 9 pills at a time, and they're gone. So anyway. I'm better this morning, and that's why I was late with the broadcast, because I was trying to like kick out the rest of that. So I'm better, and I got my coffee. So anyway, but good morning, Mickey. Good morning, Heather and Bridget and Crystal and Rebecca. Hey, Tracy. Tracy, did you send me something and I haven't got to answer you yet? I'm trying to think. I think I saw your thing, and I was like, I got to go back and answer her. Anyway, I'll get to it if I didn't do it yet. Ada, good morning. Chris, you're good. Joanne, good morning. Marie, sick child home today. Oh man, there's a lot of that going around. I am sorry. Heather, time for the doctor. Yeah. Teresa, hey. Oh, dude, it just jumped. Chris, you had a headache on and off for days as well. Man, I'm sorry. Robin says, oh my gosh! It says Robin Sperry, and I don't have to think that because it didn't say Tom, and I didn't even read your post, and you're like, guess what? All my posts now say Robin. Yeah, I reprofiled my husband's account to be me. He doesn't use it. So all good. Well, way to go. Way to sabotage his Facebook account. Or not sabotage. What is that? You lassoed it. I'm glad you can now comment, Robin, with your name on there. Yay, Robin. Kathy, good morning from Missouri. Hey, hey, Susan. Yeah, you're glad I'm feeling better. Good morning, Lynn. Yeah, sorry about the headache. Yeah, I hope it goes away soon for me too. And everybody else who's experiencing it, apparently. You blame the weather, Lee? Maybe, but I can't complain about the weather. I mean, we've had some rain and stuff. I'm thinking it's hormones or something. Robin posted some of my loom knitting photos on my Facebook account. Did you? Did you post to our wall? I need to look. Yep, taking her to the doctor's later. Good. Hey, Elizabeth. Kathy, how do you private message me? Just go on the Good Knit Kisses Facebook page and then hit the messages part, and then you can do that. If you email me, I'm slammed with emails. I'm trying to come up with a better way to organize my emails. Y'all, I have like hundreds of thousands unread because it's just with the YouTube stuff and everything, I get slammed. So anyway, the Facebook Messenger is good. It's just when I start getting a whole bunch of messages from people asking me to help with patterns that aren't mine, and hey, can you do this very, very, very specific thing? And then I have a wedding coming up this weekend and you need to do this. You know, like I get like really like those kind of requests. And so it makes it like a real big chore for me to like do them, because it's like, oh, do I read this? Do I throw it away? And then it stresses me out, and I'm just being honest. So anyway, ask me a question, but give me some grace. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just being real. I need a virtual assistant. I do, but it's hard to have, it's hard to do that for the email stuff, because I mean, unless I have somebody who's willing to like just like go and answer like technical questions and stuff, and that's a lot. And I'm not sure anybody can get paid enough for that. But I do have Joanne, and I do have Carol, and Joanne is helping with a lot of website and blog stuff and some other things. And so I'm not going to have her do email because it's crazy. And then Carol's actually helping me kind of go through a whole old backlog from an old email address for Good Knit Kisses, and look at some pertinent stuff. So we're doing it, but it's like a slow task because there's a lot. So yeah, I need helpers. So unless I have another expert, which I don't even really consider myself a full expert. I just enjoy what I do. And when I know, I'll respond with what I know, or I'll figure it out. But people call me an expert. But it's more like, I just love to come and help my friends. Right? Tanisha, hey, good morning. Amber Catherine, good morning. And let's see, who else did I miss? Hey, Martha, I see you. Oh, you got your coffee, your bacon, and your eggs. Thanks. Okay, so we got everybody on. This is my coffee. This is my last coffee for the week. I am starting something. I don't know why. Probably because I want to lose weight. I'm not going to do the coffee because I'm going to have something that's going to have some caffeine in it. So I'll probably, next time you see me with a cup, it's probably just going to have my hot peppermint tea. So I'm starting something tomorrow. I decided not to start it today because I'm like, I want my coffee for the last day and then celebrate the day. And carbs. And so I'm going to start something tomorrow. So hopefully you'll be seeing less of me. Anyway, I'm starting this thing called Thrive, if anybody knows what that is. You'll snail mail me something, Marie? Oh, that sounds good. It's P.O. Box 90. Just write it to Kristen Mangus or Good Knit Kisses. P.O. Box 90, and then it's Keller, Texas, 76244. And then I should have that address on the Good Knit Kisses, on Facebook, Good Knit Kisses, like where it has asked for an address. I just use my P.O. box because I don't want to give up my home address, but that's what's up on there. Good morning. Yeah, if you ever spot on one of my social media accounts like an old address in Haltom City P.O. box, let me know, because oh my gosh, I thought I had gotten rid of them. Yesterday I spent hours like taking out stuff from YouTube, just going through descriptions and taking out that old address and taking out some other stuff. I found out that I was sabotaging myself in a way. I had some links on there and it was messing up the searchability of my videos. And I've been trying to tell y'all how to search for my videos. And if you type in a certain keyword, then it'll appear. And I realized I was sabotaging you and myself, and so I had a huge thing happen yesterday, and that's why I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's another reason why I'm behind today. But anyway, I want to show y'all some yarn, so stick around because I want to compare something someone asked me about yesterday. Good morning, Colleen and Jennifer and Deborah. Ada, yeah, it's hard to give up coffee. Girl, did you change up that yarn behind you again? Yeah, you fed right into what I was gonna say. Yeah, I did. You heard of Thrive, Chris. Best wishes. I'm about to call you Kristen. What are you, me? Hey, Jenny. Okay, so this is yarn. I actually have more. I got a box. A box? I can't even talk. I got a box yesterday afternoon. It had more yarn, and it's for this sweater. I can hold the sweater up better right now. Let me just hold the sweater up. This is a knit sweater. We're going to do a slow knit along. And last night I tested the stitch for the sample because I'm going to make a video next week, and I tested it on the loom. Yeah, you heard me right. I tested it on the loom, and so I'm still in the middle of testing it. This is the sweater we're going to do. So this is the sweater. This is the sleeve. A nice twisted cuff. Look at this. And this is like a cowl neck sweater. Isn't that fun? La. I love it. I love it. It's got this cool, like, undulating bump. It's really nice. And so I made like almost a mini version. I'm so worried about this, y'all. I keep putting it back in the bag because I do not want to mess the sample up, because this is their sample, and the only person who's worn it was the model that you see on the Yarnspirations.com website. So it's the Yarnspirations. It's the new easy knit pullover sweater. I keep getting that name wrong. I don't have the pattern right in front of me. It's on my phone, which y'all are on my phone. So anyway, what this is Bernat roving yarn. The image is flipped. So anyway, it's Bernat roving. And this is the color grass. And, or not grass, clover. I have to email her. I thought I was going to do it last night and I totally forgot. I thought that she said they were going to discontinue this color, which seems funny to me because it's like the color of the year. And I had originally asked for this to make a sweater for myself because that would look good on me, right? Right? And then my backup was blue, but they sent me all this and I was like, yes, they sent the color I wanted. Yay. So I'll show you what the sample looks like. But yes, I have new yarn, and I have some more yarn for some more projects in the other room. And then this is what I've been working on. This is my loom sample. Dun, 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 done. Here we go. Here we go. So, Chris, it's so pretty. Wish it was a cardigan. I'll probably make it for my daughter because I rarely wear pullover sweaters. They get too hot even if it's really cold outside. Well, it is a roving. I mean, the material is, what is the material? Sorry. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Anyway, so this is it. This is the back. So you make the back first. I think this is the back. And then you make the front. And anyway, it's so cute. This is what the reverse looks like of the stitch, which is still very cute. Yeah. But this is the front. Yeah, it's a roving yarn. Roving is what's used in when you're spinning yarn. And so this is like big fluffy yarn that's kind of slightly spun, and so it's thinned out. I mean, normally roving's like really, really thick, and it's like splitting that and then pulling it into and kind of, it's not plied together. Plying is like when you take strands and you twist them together. This is not twisted with anything. I have a fiber in my mouth. I'm eating yarn. So the stitch is gorgeous. Yeah. It's really gorgeous. Your husband is watching, Heather says. Awesome. Buy her some yarn. She needs it. She's going to make you something nice. Yeah. And if you don't want it, she'll make her something nice. Chrissy says, I really like the clover color. I don't want to fall in love with the color if they're discontinuing it, though. I will find out if they're discontinuing it or not. Of course, all colors go to La La Land sometime, but maybe because I said it and maybe because I made them realize, maybe they decided. They just love Kristen and they're going to keep it around. Right? That would be good. Because, dude, seriously, this is my favorite color. And I'm like, don't discontinue this Yarnspirations, because this is my favorite color. I'll make a whole bunch of videos for you in this yarn, because now that I've done this stitch in this, I'm like, I love this yarn. Like, I think I found a new favorite. I'm going to be not happy if they discontinue this color. However, yes, I'll still buy it in another color, but still. Oh my gosh. So, anyhow, let's see, I'm scrolling through. What's today's topic? I don't really have a topic, Christy. I'm about to compare some yarns here. I'm talking about this sweater. Okay, so this sweater is on needles, and I'm going to show how to do the stitch on needles next week on Yarnspirations website. I am also, if I can get the gauge right, going to show a bonus CD how to do it on the loom. Yay! So I've been working on that. I did one stitch pattern. It's can't even tell, because I did the cuff and then I did the stitch pattern, and so the cuff is I'm either gonna have to get tighter with my stitches. I know that this is stretched out, but my stitches are much tighter on my needles. So this is the same amount of stitches. Yeah. And it's a twisted knit stitch, and so this is the E-wrap, but I was being loose on purpose. So what I need to do is do another sample where I'm being tight on purpose. Okay. So do you see that? The difference on those cuffs? Yeah, it's a big difference. So, and I did a long tail cast on here. I just did a cable cast on this one. So I'm going to have to work this stitch sample again, but I wanted to get this one just as long. And then I sort of worked out, it's almost like I'm making a baby sweater out of this, which would be pretty cool. But anyway, I was working the shaping according to the pattern and playing around with it. So anyway, so that's that. The other thing I wanted to show you is a comparison of stuff. What's the weight and thickness of the yarn? Elizabeth says, that's a nice sweater. I've never made a sweater for adults, only babies. Well, that one size would be for baby, I guess, but I had to figure that one out. But they have the sizes from small, and I think extra small, to 4 or 5XL. So anyway, this is a bulky 5 roving. If you are in the UK, it is a 12 ply or chunky. So if you're in the UK, or if you're Australia, the UKAU would be chunky or 12 ply, not super chunky. Okay, next thing. Let's see. The stitch is gorgeous. Chris, you can do a lighter yarn and just go up a size. Heather says good fiber. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, by the way, the loom I used was a 5/8. That's according to my chart, which is appropriate for my US 10.5 needle, which is also a 6.5 millimeter. And this large gauge would be appropriate. It's 5/8. I'm going to try a stitch sample with making it intentionally tighter before I go down to a 1/2 inch loom. So I'm trying to see what the 5/8 inch is, and then I'll go to a 1/2 inch. So, trying to think if I have a 1/2 inch. I think I have it on my S loom, is my 1/2 inch. We'll see. Okay. There's that. Also, if you had joined me yesterday, we started a There is a kit giveaway, Mary Maxim. I know if you're just a crocheter and joining me today, excuse me, I am clearly needing something to drink. You may like Mary Maxim and you may like their crochet kits. If you want to pick up a knit kit and work the knit along, you can pick up this one right here. It's for the painted shawls, painted tiles wrap. It's a knit kit. It has this yarn. I'm about to show you the yarn. But there is a 10% off with the coupon code that's on my blog. So go to goodknitkisses.com and hit the blog. Or you can click on the painted tiles wrap thing that slides across your screen. And there's the code in there. And then down below, there's like an embedded video. And right below that video is where you go to enter. You have 4 chances to win. You enter one time, but there's 4 opportunities for multiple entries. And you just follow the instructions. And anyway, we've already got 20 entries so far, I think. 20 people. And then they had their multiple chances. And then I have about 1,500 views on the website, on the video. So I could say your chances are pretty good of winning if not everybody who's watching the video is actually entering. So enter to win. If you're on Instagram, we don't have an Instagram entry thing, but like liking a couple of Facebook pages and hitting the button to subscribe on my channel and making a comment are like the 4 different ways that you can have extra entries. And so if you're already subscribed and you just hit those buttons, it'll just reconfirm that you are. Sound good? Okay, awesome. So 10% off of your total purchase. So if you make a purchase, then you get the 10% off total. So like if you are a crochet person, you want to get a kit as well. That would be a good thing. Because someone was just telling, they messaged me or it was on one of the entries saying that they love the crochet kits from Mary Maxim. So anyway, I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the cool color change that this one yarn does. And that's what's in the kit. And I want to show you a comparison because someone asked, what is the yarn that compares it? And I was hesitant yesterday to say, but I want to compare it because I want you to see, because if you want something that color changes like this, you're going to want this yarn because there is a sort of comparable-ish yarn, but it doesn't color change as much. So let me get that out and show you. See if I missed any questions here. Christy, I have a ton of roving and cocoa color that we hunted down at the Dollar Tree last fall. Needless to say, I bought every skein. Yeah, this is $1. You are not on replay, Katie. You are live. You got me live. Crystal, hello and back again. How are you today? I'm better today. Thank you. Thank you. Brandy Payne, love the look of that stitch. Would this be a pattern for someone who knows only basic knitting skills? Yes, it would. This is an easy pattern. And I'm taking all the guesswork out of it for you. And you're going to follow along with me. We're going to have a slow knit along. It's going to be like a video, like here's how do we do the back, and here's how we do the front, here's how we do the sleeves and the collar, and then we'll be sewing it together. So it'll be over the next several months. So you'll have an opportunity. Next week, I'm going to cover just the main stitches. So we're going to cover how to do this stitch here, and then we're going to cover how to do this stitch pattern here. And yeah, so and then this is just binding off in pattern, and then they're shaping because it's binding off in pattern over a certain amount of rows and how the directions are. And so we'll go over like that main thing. So if you need to come back to a main video to help, otherwise there's going to be the knit along that you can work. Okay, so here's the you like how I said, dude? Dude, where's my car? Yeah, Amber, I thought about it. I was like, should I say dude? No, I'm going to say it. It goes really well with my hair. Thanks, Christy. Of course. Red hair, man. And look at us right beside me. Yeah, how would this sweater look on me? No, it's not a hat. Chris says, makes no sense to discontinue this yarn. As you said, it's one of the colors of the year. Absolutely. That could have just been a mistake that she said that, so I don't want to throw my girl over the bus here, or under the bus. Stockpile, Lee says. They have an amazing teal. Yeah, they have some really beautiful colors. Pam wanted to say the star shawl last night. But do you know how many I can cast on as a practice to start? I need to practice before I do 100 stitches. Oh, I don't know about that one. Sorry. Nah, Deborah says my first car was in that color, never lost it in the parking lot. Katie, your brother had a Volkswagen Rabbit in that color. That's cool. Okay, Chrissy says, Chrissy says in a U wrap, I suspect it might match up. Yeah, I'm doing there are stitches. So the E-wrap is supposed to be an E-wrap. So in the needle version, this stitch here is a twisted knit, and so an E-wrap is twisted, but I was intentionally loose, thinking I was trying to stretch my yarn to match here, but in fact I should have just done it regular and not been so loose. So it's the E-wrap that's part of the problem, and then my purl stitches in between are not twisted, but I was intentionally loose with those as well, and I didn't need to be. So maybe I should just restart it with that, like pull it off. But it's a good comparison. No, I'll leave it, because you guys probably like to see a comparison. Like, hey, if you're really loose, your sample's going to look like this. Okay, I'm going to do that. I've just talked myself into that. Let's see. Do you always use a twisted knit for cuffs, hats, brims, etc.? Will it produce a stretchier rib? This particular one it's only the it's only this column. Only one column is affected by the twistedness. So without going into the whole pattern, you are doing a twisted purl on the back, but it's because it's on the back side of the twisted, the through the back loop stitch on the front. In a knitting loom, it's E-wrap for that whole column. Okay, so anyway, but if you look on the front side, excuse me, bra adjustment. Okay, if you look on the right side, this is actually twisted. It looks like a Y and not a standard V. And then the part in between is actually the purl. If I flip it, you'll see that the stitches are more of a V. Do you see the difference? Let's see if I can half seize this. The right side is the one with the pin. Okay, so this is twisted, and this is a great comparison here. See the V's, how this looks like a V shape, and this one's a little bit more twisty tie. I don't know if you can tell, but this is like just really, really uniform. And this is more jumbled and, Anyway, now I was a little tight with it, but anyway, you can tell there's actually a difference and you can feel it. And so because of the way it is, it makes it stretchy. So, but it's not always done that way. It's just the way the pattern is called out. So that's what I did. Robin says, speaking of crocheting, are you planning to do any crocheting patterns from Yarnspirations or not? Because someone else does crochet and I do knitting. Yes, I decided I was going to do the occasional one. However, Michael is of course, he's the crochet host. However, we're both hosts of Yarnspirations, and we both have creative license basically to do any pattern we want. And if I want to do any pattern that's that they have that's crochet, I pretty much can do it without permission. If I'm planning it with them and I'm going to be blogging on their blog and I'm planning certain things, then I would have to ask permission. However, I pretty much am going to be able to do what I want. So when I get to the point where I have the time to also produce crochet and not, so what I was trying to do is I have to do a certain number. And so right now I'm only doing the knitting ones until I can kind of get back up into flow, because, I moved and I had all these other commitments to do first. I had already committed to Mary Maxim, and that was one of those things that I needed to do. So I'm just being honest with you. So yes, if I find one that I'd like to do and it's probably pretty simple to do, I could do it if it comes down to time. So if you have requests, you can send them to me. Just keep in mind, if it's just a really involved project, it might take me a while to do it. And I have to learn it first. Anyway, but some lookbook stuff that's coming up for March that you haven't seen yet. I'm looking at those things. They are knit, but I really like one of the crochet ones, so I'm kind of thinking I might add on a third video. So we'll see. Heather, do you have a guide or chart that gives needles to loom sizes and how to tell the sizes on the looms? Yes, I have that in my book. It's the Loom Knitting Guide and Patterns book, and I don't have it in front of me. Where's my book? Where's my book? Okay, well, I have the PDF available on my website, and it's way the heck over here because I was using it at my desk. I have that in there, and I do have a chart on what gauges different looms are. I'm not sure if I put the mini chart, which actually shows which needles they're closest to, on my gauge. I have a loom gauge. If you go to goodknitkisses.com and go to the search icon, type in loom gauge, Gauge, and you'll have an article there, and it'll give you a whole bunch of looms and sizes and gauges and stuff. I'm not sure if I put the needles on there or not. I think I do have a needle equivalent chart, but I have one that I super abbreviated, like a quick chart that I put in the book. Ada, I tried to enter, but could not, don't know why. Yeah, there's an entry part at the bottom. It almost looks like an ad, so you want to click that, and then if you're logged into things like Facebook and stuff like that. I don't know if it works on the on a phone, on a mobile device. I know it works on the desktop, so but we have tested it. We've had several people come through already, so it should be working, but send me a message if not, and we'll see if Joe can answer your question offline here. Online, but off of the broadcast. Pam, I watched twice. Good instructions as always. Thank you. Karen Cake says a similar. Okay, I'm going to get into this color. Okay. You would love to see me throw my girl over the bus. No. Oh my gosh. So funny. Christy, okay, sorry. I'm reading everybody's comments, and they're all interesting to me, but I realize I'm being quiet. Christy, okay, you didn't realize the original was through the back loop. Guess the through the back loop stitches aren't bigger on the needles. No, it's just that I can be intentionally really big with the loom, and the loom has the constriction of having a peg as well. And so, yeah, I probably need to just tighten them up. Yeah, I just need to be intentional about how tight I am. But the thing is I'm on this Nifty Knitter loom, and I was going to have to go use my Cindywood loom, which has an even bigger head on the top of it. And so it actually might affect it. So I'm thinking I might step down to a 1/2 inch. Sorry, this is all over the place. I'm talking crochet, needles, loom knitting. All right, I'm going to show y'all. Okay, so this is the yarn from the kit. This is Mary Maxim Milan. Okay, and this is a number 3 yarn. It's a lightweight yarn. It's not worsted. And it also is a roving type yarn. Okay? So it's not twisted with anything else. I don't know if I can stop. Okay, I was trying to get my camera to focus, but I'm on the phone and not a regular camera. Okay, so it has all these really, really awesome colors in it. Let's compare that to this other yarn. This other yarn is a 4, so it's bigger, but it also has more of a halo on it. Do you see how this is like, anyway, it's more blown out, and the stitches aren't as, let me see if I get my face off of here, maybe it'll stop focusing on me and it'll focus on the yarn. Let's change focus. Okay. So there's this halo effect, and it's like a brushed yarn almost. And then this one is more consistent. Okay. And anyway, this is a 3 and this is a 4. So this is the Mary Maxim. And then look at all the colors in it. So there's even more colors. Let me pull some of this out. So here's some more of the colors. So there's a lot of colors in here. And then these colors are more on the same colorway, like the same color family, like changing monochromatically. And then this one really changes a lot. So you're going to get something like this versus that. Okay, so this is that up there. Do you see that shawl back there? I didn't want to get it off of there. That's my Pico shawl, Pico triangular shawl. And then if you want to make the other triangular shawl and the wrap, you use this one, and then you're going to get these colors. Anyway, so that's just to show you what the difference in that. This other one was Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. And anyway, it's super, if you don't like working with roving yarn, this one's harder because the stitches are more blown out. This one was a little bit more concise. It was easy, to me, it was easier to work with this one. So, good news. Marie says, good news, I figured out how to purl from your video practicing so you can do the knit along. Oh, that's excellent. Yay. That's great. Way to go. Excuse me. Sorry. Chris says, yay, glad you can do crochet as well. Christy says I should go pick out some crochet patterns for me then. Oh my gosh. Christy does our deal pattern deal patrol, and oh my gosh, she has a ton of free patterns. Y'all check that out. Look for pattern deal on the website on goodknitKisses.com, because she's got stuff like every day. So if you'll go to my website every day, like bookmark her page, and then you'll see free patterns, discounted patterns, all kinds of stuff. And some of the stuff like expires like that day, but there's a lot. And she puts like things, if they have an expiration date, they kind of rise to top. And she's got them in categories because it's so big. It's not just merely a listing, but she's got categories. And if you like plan pooling, I believe she's got projects for that too. What am I knitting in green that I'm showing? I'm knitting a sweater. So this is like a miniature version of the back of the sweater. Okay. And then the front will be like, well, this is the inside, but the front will be like another one of these, and just the armholes will be different. And then the arms will be the same stitch with the same cuff. And then the top is this stitch in like a cowl. And so when it rolls, you'll see this part. Yeah. So if you flip it, it'll roll out that way. So, anyway, so it's like a big, turtleneck. I don't want to say a mock turtleneck, but it's like a cowl neck. So, and that's all this back here. That's for my sweater, because I'm gonna make me a 3X or a 4. Pam says I meant to want to start. No, star. Sorry, you wanted to start the painted tiles wrap, not shawl, and wanted to practice first. Didn't know how many stitches would work to practice on. Oh, that's a good question. I don't remember. Because it's 111 stitches to cast on. I understand. You could do like 55. Or 156. Yeah. Anyway, maybe 55. That's probably too much too. 25? Maybe 27. Anyway, and then you're going to take like basically like half that number and then move up. Anyway, I'd have to really, I don't know. Because I just figured if you were going to test it, you could test out how to do a mitered square and be able to just do a complete mitered square. Excuse me. So, but you could probably cast on maybe like 25 stitches and then kind of sort of go halfway-ish and kind of try the decreases and stuff. But I won't know if your proportions are right. So I'm sorry, Pam, that's not a good answer. Marie, what to do with the one you crochet on? What to do one with you on your crochet? You're making me a better crafter. Oh, okay. I'm not reading that right. I'm sure you meant to say something slightly different, but I'm making you a better crafter because I'm crocheting and you're learning from me. I'll take it. Thank you. I'm glad. Hey, Joanne, thank you for the link to the loom gauge equivalence chart. I appreciate that. Oh, I have a coupon. Let me see if I can post this. I got this in a text message today. And Joanne is having a sale. Joanne Craft Stores is having a President's Day sale, and it starts now and is 20% off your total purchase. And it ends on the 18th, and exclusion supply. And then use the link, or you can use this little code. If you're not signed up for Joanne text messages in the States, I'm sure it works. They have a text message service. I'm sure it'll tell you on their website or some flyer or something like that, or in the store. And you text message this 5-number code, and then it sends you this text message whenever they have a sale. And so they're really good about coupons. I'm sorry, if you're international, you don't get to do all this, but in the States, we're crazy about coupons apparently. Personally, I just rather low prices and not have to deal with coupons, but you can use multiple coupons. Now, if it's for total purchase, you want to use that at the end of your purchase. But you can use multiple stuff. And so, like, I use coupons on my phone. I use coupons on the app on my phone. And I use real-life coupons. And I use the ones that are the internet ones. So I could have several things and go crazy town. However, if something's on sale, unless you have a total purchase coupon, you can't do it. And you got to be careful about when you do the sale, because they may like run something on sale and then have a big coupon, and then you can't use a coupon on the thing. So like 50% off, not already discounted stuff. So it's in my email. You get them if it's in your mailing list. Yes, you can get it in snail mail, email, text messages, and online coupons. Oh, an app. And you can use all of them. Yeah, I know. I used to work at Bed Bath & Beyond. Don't get me started about peeps and their coupons. Ellie, I had gotten so many coupons in the past from Bed Bath & Beyond. I throw them away, and my mom's like, don't throw them away. They'll take them expired. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. She has like 20 in her car. I don't go there enough to justify that. Like, it could be years until I go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I really am not a shopper. I am when it comes to yarn and supplies, but I can't stand shopping. Like, I don't like shopping for myself. I don't like to go and, don't get me started. I do not like to go to makeup stores. I don't like, anyway, but I love to shop for yarn. I really do. That's fun to me. Make sure to show us your sweater and green roving when you're done. I will. And Katie, I'm having a slow knit along, so you'll be able to see it in stages. And then, of course, I'll be putting it on. Of course, I'm starting this weight loss thing. And I'm going to knit it for my larger size. But I guess I could try and shrink my sweater on purpose that would not be a good reason. Maybe I should just make it a size down and make it like a goal size. Maybe I should just do that. Or I'll gift it. It'll be a really nice gift. Yeah, the Joannes down here will not let you use more than one at a time. Well, that stinks. Yes, Chris says, and I agree, Joann's is great about stacking coupons. Michael's just changed their policy and no longer accepts multiple coupons. Yeah, Michael's is real stickler on that. Really annoying recently when I went to shop there. I guess I'm no longer shopping. Yeah, I mean, sometimes like they only have Michael's, I can only get the thing I need at Michael's. So, yeah, anyway. To schedule an appointment. Oh, I got a reminder. I got to schedule an appointment with somebody. So, Chris agrees. No, make a smaller size and a goal size. Well, I only have enough yarn for one, so I'll I don't know how small a goal I'm gonna make this, but I'll make a smaller size, and I'm sure that if I drop below that, I would be happy to make another one again. So, well, let's just say that. Ellie says AC Moore. Oh, you know what? I don't have an AC Moore. I have never been there. How would y'all compare it? If you compared AC Moore, what store would you compare that to? Marie, you've already started Christmas gifts. Hey, put one of these sweaters on your list. Look up the pattern and get the yarn. Yeah. My Michaels never let me use multiples, so you have to do multiple transactions. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. But I don't... Do you really make a cashier do that, though? I don't... Okay. First of all, I have been a cashier before, and so I do not like when people do that. It's been a long time. But I would feel bad and not want to stand there in the line and be that person. And hold up the line and be like, look, lady, are you going to have 20, 20 transactions? But then I'm too lazy to like come back into the store and do it again and again. So, what's the name of the pattern? It's like the Easy Knit Pullover Sweater. Go on Yarnspirations.com and look in the lookbook for February. And then there is a nice purple sweater in there. And I don't have it. It's on my, well, maybe I can look on this phone here. It's, no, I don't want to put my password in. Yarnspirations.com. Oh, easygoing. When I started typing Yarnspirations, it came in on the suggestion. Yarnspirations. Oh, it would help if I spelled it right. I'm sorry. Y'all are getting me easy. Okay. Bernard Easygoing Knit Pullover. Wow. Sorry. That took me forever. It looks like this. And then was showing the sweater in real life. I have the sweater down here on the floor. Anyway, so this is how she looks with that little turtleneck part, the cowl neck. Anyway, so yeah, easygoing knit pullover, and it's a free pattern, and then you download it. I like to download it and put it into my iBooks. Anyway, Ellie says AC Moore is closer to Michael's crafty wise. Yeah. Michael's yarn section has been lacking for several years for me. So I like them for a bunch of other things, but not as much for the yarn. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's usually for something specific. Like they don't, because they have a lot of their own specific yarn. And so anyway, it's like you have to go to a specific store to get that yarn. So anyway, that's when it's like, okay, fine, I'll just buy online. If you already know the yarn, buying online is really simple. But anyway, this roving, I wish you could feel it because it is nice and swishy soft, but it is intimidating going, oh my gosh, it's a really thick roving. But I'm telling you, on needles, once I got started, look at the stitch definition on here. Like, look at that. It's really nice. Really. Yeah. And then even on the loom, I think it looks really nice. It's just that I'm being too loose on my stitches. So, anyway. All right. Anyway. Okay. So that's that. I compared this to yarns. You got to see the difference in there. You got to see the difference in needles and loom here. You can't see my crochet project that I totally messed up. This is it. And this is not what it's supposed to look like. So I couldn't really do it. Oh, if you want to talk crochet, you can crochet in the top of your knits with this surface slip stitch here. I have a video on just doing that. So if you are a crocheter and you want to add it on the top of a knit, in fact, if you got a cool little sweater and you want to add something to a plain sweater, you could totally do it yourself with your own crocheting skills, and it gets slipped on top and it doesn't really get seen much from the back. And then making tassels and stuff, and so it makes this little stitch pattern be really defined here. So anyway, there's a video on that. And yeah, it looks a little like the waffle stitch, but it's more smooth in nature, and it doesn't have like the big pockets. There's no pockets. See? Anyway, it uses the knit one below, but on loom knitting, you have to purl one below. And so that's the different trickiness. Yeah. Marie says, I crochet Christmas gifts, I wrap and tag and store them, and then other gifts I buy year round and put away. Yeah, well, then you're really good. Yeah, you got to wrap and tag them. Oh my gosh, yeah, because then you got it under control. If you don't even tag them, then you forget. Or I forget. If I don't tag it, I'm like, what is this for? My problem is I hide stuff and then I forget where I hid it, and then I find it 2 years later. Does anybody else do that? Like, you made a hiding spot so good, you couldn't remember where you put it. So, yeah. Anyway, oh man. So yeah, I sympathize with you, Chris, about the different stores. Yeah, there's a couple of different Joann stores around here, and they are all different. Like, one of them is amazing, and you saw me go through that store, and it has aisles and aisles of yarn and oodles of it and supplies. And then the other one is has aisles, but like the way that they put them in the aisles, it's like, it's weird. It's different. And the selection isn't as good. And I don't like the lighting in the store. They've laid out the store very weird. Anyway, I don't like it as much. So there's one in Hurst, Texas that I love, and one in Grapevine, Texas that I do not. And I'm not the only one who's said that. But then I've heard other people go, but I love that store. I love how it's worked out. It's like, well, we all have different personalities. So anyway, can you link us up on the surface slip stitch? I do not have that. I do not have that link in my, I only had the thing I had copy pasted earlier, so I don't have that. But maybe we'll put that in your comment here in a minute. When I get off here. So anyway, I got to head out, but and I've got a conference call coming up. So about the Knit and Crochet Now show. I'm excited. I got to create a pattern for them. I was just reading your extra comments. Okay. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. I will see you next week. If you have any requests, please let me know. Just send me a private message. That's fine. Or you can put them here and write replay and say, hey, could you look into doing this stitch, or whatever. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone. Happy President's Day.